Today on BRStv, we're putting powerheads to the test. Hey, I'm Ryan with BRStv Investigates, where each week we put common reefing gear and concepts to the test and then rate them on a scale of reef fantasy to reef certainty. Our goal is to add some data to the mix and make it easier to achieve that dream reef tank. This week we're announcing the start of our newer experiment based on flow. We're going to find out if adding more flow really produces results, meaning if you put effort into perfecting flow, can you expect extra growth? Growth not just desirable for reefers looking to go from this to this as fast as possible, but also healthy growth being one of the best indications reefers have to the overall metabolic health of the corals that we care for. As always, big thanks to the crews that help us with this, with Neptune providing the controllers, dosers, and auto water change systems, Ecotech for the Vortec powerheads and lighting solutions, Brightwell for the filtration bricks, and Red Sea for providing all four E170 all-in-one systems, which are turning out to be the best tanks for all kinds of experiments. Last but not least, ORA jumped in and helped us with nearly 100 corals this time. Almost everyone knows ORA, but if not, the ORA team has been supplying the industry for decades with all kinds of captive bred fish and corals, specimens not only perfect for these kinds of experiments, but also one of the most sustainable options for healthy fish and coral, which are already thriving in an artificial environment, which means higher success for you. If you can, please find a way to support ORA, Red Sea, Brightwell, Ecotech, and Neptune, all companies who are always willing to support the community's desire for knowledge. Okay, so hopefully we're going to get to the bottom of some flow questions by the end of this experiment. But if you're like me, you may have agonized over the perfect flow for your tank for endless hours and always looking for ways to tweak it. But is the juice here worth the squeeze, and is all that agony worth the expense and time? We're going to find out. So this is the experiment that we're going to run with 4 Red Sea E170 tanks. 2 of them will be lower to mid flow and 2 will be very high flow. As with all of our experiments, we're looking for redundant results, which is much more compelling. So tank 1 versus tank 3 and tank 2 versus tank 4. In tank 1 and 2, we have 2 MP10s set to 100% max reef crest, which ramps up and down for a maximum flow of 3,000 gallons an hour, which on a 45-gallon tank like this is a maximum turnover of 66 times, but probably operates less than that most of the time as they ramp up and down. 2 opposing pumps like this with a max turnover of 66 is in the neighborhood of what most people are installing on most SPS tanks like these. For high flow, nothing super complex, just 4 pumps and double the max flow for 132 times turnover. I'd say this is closer to the cutting edge of maximum flow or turnover rates for reefers installing pumps these days. There are a variety of benefits here with that much varied flow, but will it show itself in growth? We have a slew of videos on flow and why the right amount allows the type of gas, toxin, and nutrient exchange corals need for optimal health. Many people believe flow is even more important than getting lighting right. I guess there's a high degree of anticipation of results here. However, notice I didn't say more flow is better, I said the right amount of flow is better. So when we're done with the 66 versus 132 times turnover and the test is complete, we're going to up the game and tune one of the other ones up or down in an attempt to find the best flow for this specific tank. So this experiment has a potential to go for 6 months to a year. However, the first report back will come after 3 months. These experiments have actually been running for a while now. First batch of results isn't that far off. I think we should be able to share them within the month, which is pretty exciting. As to the rest of the system parameters and design for water stability and chemistry, we're using the Neptune dose for both dosing BRS 2-part as well as the automatic 3% water changes with Tropic Marin Pro Salt. Lighting is the 2 XR15 Radion Pros with the AB Plus spectrum and diffusers. Biological filtration is with the Brightwell Export bricks. One of them we actually cut and shaped to fit inside the all-in-one compartment within the E170, and one we sent simply on the bottom of the tanks. This absolutely worked much better and more stable than some of the other filtration solutions that we've run in the past, particularly on a bare bottom approach to these experiments. These experiments were really inspired by the amount of effort that we put into the flow design of the XXL 750 and the BRS WWC hybrid method. There's a tremendous amount of discussion put into the flow during that process, which was really all best captured in episode 10, Flow, the backbone to a stable, stunning reef tank. If you want to know the actual function of water flow in your reef tank and some of the goals that you might want to look out for, this is absolutely worth the view. See y'all next week with the next episode of BRStv Investigates. I think Randy will actually be presenting the data on the Red Sea Reef LEDs.